Hello, everyone. This is your friends at the Walking Taco Show again, joined once again by our friend Johnny Glock, and as
Good.
always, Funky Cold Medina.
Hey.
And today we will be talking about what is your Roman Empire? There is a question going around. How often do you think about the Roman Empire? Well, some people do think about the Roman Empire. Some people have different Roman empires, and that's what we're going to talk about. If you don't want to live in the Roman Empire, what would be the era that you'd want to live in? Good day, gentlemen. What's your Roman
All
Empire?
right. All right, I'll kick us off here because I think so. I got like a two-parter here. So there's one, the concept of like thinking about the Roman Empire all the time. So it's like the weird thing I think about all the time, and that is the Three Amigos, the movie. I probably think about that one honestly about twice a day, every Really?
Day for the past like 30 years. Yeah, there's not an instance when I'm not like opening up something and being like in my head, it's like it's a sweater or anytime I go into when I visit Mexico, whenever I'd get food there. Do you guys have anything other than Mexican food? Stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like it's just that movie is just like always there. Uh, or yeah, whenever like, something's got tequila in it, I'm like, what's tequila? I'm like, oh, it's like beer.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah,
Yeah.
it's a stupid movie, but it's about friendship, and I like it. So I
Yeah.
tend to think about it for some reason way too often. So that's one that I think about all the time, just in the back of my head.
Hmm.
Era is that? I would probably be for Americans
Well,
listening,
that's
Western
it's supposed
Expanse.
to be like Mexico in like the 1920s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
because they're
yeah.
the actors, right? From like the
Is it
early
Mexico
days of
1920s?
Hollywood.
Yeah, I yeah, think it's because they're like probably more silent movie actors. your 1890s. Think it would be your what was it called? New Spain then? I think it's shot probably. I think the era would be like before Western Expanse, like after Louisiana Purchase, but before buying Spanish territories and taking over California. You know what I'm talking about? I think
Have you seen the
Well,
movie?
I think I have seen the movie. I'm looking.
it
I just
takes
looked it
place
up, and
around
I'm
like the
looking at.
Mexican Revolution. Yeah.
Okay, so it's in Mexico. Okay, um, just feel like 1920s is. I mean, people are using automatic rifles by then, but it is Mexico.
Yeah, I think they had prop
Yeah.
planes. There's a scene where like there's a German fighter pilot from World War
Okay,
One. So it has to be
Yeah.
at least after like 1919.
Yeah, that's a good
For sure.
era. What? Trying to
Is
think.
it? I mean, I guess it just depends on where
You
you
get
were
10
living.
years apiece. You get
Wasn't
10
that the
years
Great
apiece.
Depression?
Yeah, no, you get 5 years before the Great Depression. So
Yeah.
I mean, Johnny, 5 years is, a long time, right? And then you go what into the Depression, and then to another World War where you're rationing milk and things like that. So this can't be that bad, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Well, I
assuming
mean,
Joe would, eventually join the United States military, and you get free chocolate bars.
they didn't like
Pass,
this time back then, though. They weren't
yeah.
about it.
No.
I'd probably get
Oh,
ran.
the
I'd get
yo.
drafted. I'd be drafted, and I would probably be a cook. Is what they would do to me. You know, they'd be like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, They call you you're." Cookie.
I mean,
Yep.
yeah. Or hey, I've seen Fury. Could have been a tanker.
Could have
There's a
been a
lot of
tanker.
things you could
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a little tall for a tanker. Those guys they're little guys. A little Shia
Yeah,
LaBeouf.
I did see one rather large tanker. Actually, he was no, I think he was gone by the time y'all showed up. But
Was it
the
actually just two tankers standing on each other's shoulders just so
yeah,
they can?
yeah.
Yeah.
And the ones that made it to like E7, they were always like the short little angry fuckers that smoked all the cigarettes.
Oh yeah. They
Uh,
had like cigarette
Yeah.
and can of Monster with them all the time, and they were just couldn't
Yeah,
hear
what
anything.
was his name? McGee.
Nah.
Remember McGee?
McGee. Mm.
Yeah.
I was gonna give a shout out to McGee. He was actually I didn't realize how cool McGee really was until
Yeah.
I looked up some of his badges and the things. So he is considered like a master tanker, like went to one of the rare schools, but also he was a tanker long enough to fight in the I don't know if you ever heard of like the Gulf War or was it whatever
Yes.
the war before our war in
The Gulf
Iraq.
War. Desert Storm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Desert Storm. Yeah, and he was in one of the last great tank battles in the world. So it's considered one of the last great tank battles,
Oh,
and
okay.
he actually had like 3 or 4 tank kills that were
Nice.
like assigned to his name. I was like, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
And no, he was a crusty old guy, but I think he was probably all right.
Yeah.
I talked to him when I finally became an NCO, and I had the balls to actually talk to him. He was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
He's got that face of like an asshole because he's an
Oh
old
yeah.
tanker. That's
PFC staff,
what they
you
do.
don't approach people like that. You just stay in your own lane.
Yeah.
I stay in my side of the smoking section. He has his side of the smoking section.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. So
but no,
Joe, is that the area you'd want to live in, or you're a
Oh
big fan of
no.
you're a big fan of Chevy
I don't
Chase?
know why people want to live in other eras.
Mm.
Like I very much enjoy like modern plumbing and the internet. So if anything, I would want to live in the future. But
Yeah.
or otherwise now. That was pretty sweet. I mean, I know there's
You make-
problems and we could
Yeah, you
we're
make a great
working
point,
on solving those.
Yeah, you made a great point. Like, yeah, oh no, like social justice, blah blah blah. However, like you said, we have plumbing. We're not fucking starving all the time. It's a great time to live. Like, you don't have to go back to the woods. Like, yeah, sure, go camping, but you don't need to rough it all the time to get in touch with your inner fucking man. And I'm just, it's a great time to be alive.
Right?
Yeah.
no, I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't want to be one of those because I think about that. You scratch your foot or something, then you're like, well, I guess it's just going to get infected and I'm dead now. Had a good
Yeah.
run. Thanks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, circa.
You fell off the wagon and got cholera.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. You
I
died from
agree.
dysentery. Didn't talk shit to Terry, you know?
I agree with that statement, like wholeheartedly. Like, you don't want to be in any better place than now, right? Like, what's the most people struggle with now? Depression, which is a much bigger deal. Like, everybody struggles through it. Not a big deal. Come on, get over it. Drink a beer. Um,
There goes the t-shirt sponsorship, just like that. Just gone.
Yeah, t-shirt sponsorship. Or pray to Jesus. You could go either way with that, people.
Yeah.
There's lots of we'll
There's
circle back to
definitely-
mental health at the end of this.
Oh, there's always we'll do a positive message like we always do. But there's definitely eras that called me, like your spirit. Do you guys not have that? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like now I'll take the next turn. So I feel like now, who I could have been in like different eras would be much greater than what I could be now, just because of the opportunities. Like, what does the country song say? I'm a rambling man. I hate staying in one spot. I love traveling. Like, main reason, I mean, obviously I knew I was always going to be in the army or the military in some aspect my whole life, just because I was one of those kids, patriotic kids. 9/11 also changed my life. But even before that, I was like, I want to go see the world. I want that experience. And like, oh man, if I could have just been Marco Polo, like be that little kid who goes and travels the world and writes stories about it, like that would be who I wish I could be, like a Kit Carson type person, like an explorer, Daniel Boone. That's what I just always want to keep, like what's on the other side of the horizon person. So, oh man, there's a bunch of different eras I would want to be in. There's some that are glamorous too, like uh, let's talk about the Roman Empire. Like, yeah, would it be cool being the Roman Empire? But then I think about 70% of Roman Empire were technically slaves. So, I mean, I don't think that's my family. Joe's met my family. I don't think I'm in the elite, the elite 30%. Greek would have been great.
I like
Being,
a good
an
toga.
ancient Greek
Yeah.
would be fun. But
And the
other
Romans
than
had
that,
plumbing too, so that's
They
not
did. Aqueducts
See?
and such.
yeah.
you're contradicting yourself now, Joe.
Now, was
see,
it plumbing, or
plumbing
So I
came a
guess,
lot
yeah,
in a
earlier.
hole that would fall in like down the side of a mountain? Like, is that plumbing? Or
It depends.
right.
If it's falling on you, it's not plumbing. Then it's just shit rolling downhill.
yeah, the shitty day. Yeah.
I love to swim. I could have been we could all have a company together. We could just go out there and swim for those sea sponges and sell sea sponges as but.
The conches and all that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Dude, like
No,
trapping feed them to the other fish, fucking cannibalizing the fucking stuff right there on the ocean floor. Good
right.
stuff.
But the time I really like, I think I would do early colonial, like 1700s, 1600s, not 1600s because I don't want to be Spanish and I don't want to be in the temperatures of Latin America, but 1700s, Jamestown, even later than that, even Revolutionary War would have been pretty decent for me. I would like that. That'd be kind of fun. But I definitely see myself in an era that where there's still an unknown. Like we basically know everything now, so there's not like a horizon where I can't just go on Google and be like, "Hey, what's Tenino, Washington look like?" So I don't have to travel there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
But that's me. I think I'm early. I mean, could be anything, but I want to be far enough where you have toilet paper and like modern commodities. I mean, at least they didn't have running water or
But I know you like to
whatever.
eat enough to where like I feel like ready supply of spices
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
something because
yeah,
otherwise
definitely
instead
a
of
meal.
like most of the time too, you're just gonna eat boiled meat
Yeah,
and some sort of root vegetable,
yeah.
and I need a good variety.
If I
What about you,
like
John? What's
I
your time era?
Yeah.
First, let's get back to the whole concept of thinking about the Roman Empire. Why is that a thing, first off? I never understood that. I've seen the videos on the talk. People talking like, I think about the Roman Empire at least once a day. No, you don't. You're full of shit, first off.
Yeah.
I remember
I
I was
probably
talking.
do think about it at least once.
What's up? It's freezing on
Are we
us.
having a lay?
Yeah. Anyways, um, I was
Ooh.
talking to somebody about something, and Marcus Aurelius came up,
Oh, there we go.
and the person I was talking to, she was like, "Who's Marcus Aurelius?" I'm like, "Uh, one of the last great Roman emperors, or one of the last five great Roman emperors, blah blah blah, something like that." Um, and she's like, "Are you like one of those guys that think about the Roman Empire every day?" I'm like, "No, absolutely not. That's stupid. I like to practice stoicism, right?" And then some old guy that was in the room came and talked to me about fucking Seneca and stuff after that. I was like, all right, cool. All right. This is more an interesting conversation. But with that, exciting stuff. I want to go to the future. Like Joe was saying, like I'd rather go to the future and get the time machine so I can go back and kind of just visit all those other spots.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey, what's up, bud? Um, we're in the future now. I don't know.
Oh,
You
nice.
missed that part. Yeah, go to the future to where there's a time machine. That way I can just go visit those spots. I don't have to live there. I don't have to fucking die from dysentery. But I get to see what colonialism's like. I get to hang out with Marcus, back at the old Roman Empire itself. So yeah, I don't know. I don't want to live in a time where I'm gonna die easily. I like it right now.
Yeah,
So
right.
you're
I
a
don't have to
future
worry about
guy.
getting water,
I'm a future guy all the way.
but not too
All
far in
right.
the future. Radioactive cockroaches and giant crabs and
Yeah. See,
whatever else. You don't want
that
to. You don't
movie,
have to deal with that.
like that movie Time Machine. You don't want to go like too far with those fucking like, um, whatever those things were.
Morlocks.
Morlocks. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to deal with
Yeah.
all that, especially like
Mm.
even farther in the future where they take over because you killed the guy and he's not holding him back. Yeah, we don't
Mhm.
want that. So, maybe make some money like Biff. Go get one of them almanacs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about. Okay, yeah. All
Yeah.
right. I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about there.
Yeah.
I
So
think
instead
so.
of solving all the problems, you're just going to
Yeah.
swipe an almanac and then Yeah.
I'm swiping an almanac. Yeah, exactly. Now give it to my younger self and tell him to shut the fuck up because he keeps using stupid phrases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not party rocking. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I think there's two things about the future. So you want to be a future guy. Love it. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
I'm training my daughter to be a future person. Space Force Ranger. My
Okay.
son, nah, he's a mama's boy. Maybe do something different. My daughter,
Okay.
I think she's ready. But so have you ever seen? I think Joe may know a little bit. I watch sci-fi quite a bit. So you're either gonna have that. This is why I picture the future. You're either that Chris Pratt, right, in the future, Marvel type era where you're traveling different light years and stuff like that, meeting different cultures. And then I think there is a show called Out that was put on by Fox, and it was called. Let me look it
Firefly.
up real. It was a really good one, and it talks about like a possible future where aliens come here first. So like they're escaping what they're leaving from and coming here, and like they crash land and terraform Earth
Hmm.
and change it. Um, and then those are the two scenarios I think. So either like they come and resets the whole world thing, and we kind of go back, not quite to the dark ages, but to like no nations reforming themselves and things like that.
Hmm.
But you guys talk while I figure this out.
Okay. Yeah.
What
No, I
about
think
the
the future is
possibility
just
of?
going to be Johnny and I fighting over the last can of spam, right?
Yeah. So like what that you raise a good point there. Like
Just
what if it becomes post-apocalyptic, where the meteors come or, the nuke,
yeah.
the bomb gets dropped and then we're all freaking sucking on cans of air like on Spaceballs or something. Which I don't know if that's the future I want.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be fun like Fallout either. It's going to be
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of which, did you
on the
see the
plus side, you
show?
won't have to go to work,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Actually,
It's
It,
a
I was hanging out with Kyle McLaughlin, the guy
yeah.
who plays the dad in that.
Yeah. You've got
the show I was talking about
So
is
nice guy.
Defiance.
Defiant. I've never seen it.
Defiance, and I'm gonna share the screen so you guys see it. I recommend it's on
Oh yeah.
Peacock. It's on Peacock. I'll
People.
share the
Okay.
screen real quick so you guys can see it. Share screen. Boom. Share. So that you guys see it?
It's
I can't.
loading.
I can't
Okay.
do another streaming service.
Another
It's
screen, but it's there. It's
yep.
Defiance.
Isn't she
Check it
from
Ooh,
out.
looks
Philly?
dramatic.
Think you guys would really like it. I know Joe would love it.
Is it in St. Louis?
Yeah, it takes place in St. Louis after
Oh,
the
it does. I was just
terraform
being a
of
smartass.
America,
Hell
and
yeah.
you guys will really
Yeah,
like it.
I was gonna make the same joke. Yeah.
Or there's always that other future where the future becomes like future Earth is inhabitable, right? And there's a show called Terra Nova, also a really good one where like some people are still staying on Earth. It's kind of what's that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where they're in the future but they have to move to Mars, and he like
Total Recall.
Total Recall. So it's basically the same,
Total Recall.
but
That's
they
another one I
send
think
people to.
about probably once a day.
It's a classic. Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
And like, was he really the guy
Right?
or was the whole
Is
thing
he
just bullshit?
lobotomized somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who knows? Um, yeah, I don't know. I think I'll stick with where we're at right now. I think we're doing pretty well. Yeah. Definitely have evolved enough, not too much to where things get like Wally, where everyone's fat. We don't want that.
Or I'd like a Demolition Man future where there's just Taco Bell
Okay.
as the only restaurant.
But then
And
you have to deal
no
with
more,
3 shells.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll learn how to use the 3 shells eventually.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do think Demolition Man's the more probable one, just because actually recent things that have happened like over the last like 6 years, 5, 6 years.
Mhm.
Um, and I also live in, I'm not in LA where the movie is, but I live in San Francisco. So I totally see recall scenario happen here, especially California. Especially California. Don't think it'll be Taco Bell. It'll probably be In and Out. But yeah, I'll be at the forefront of that. I'll let you know when they implement the three seashells out here. It's very common here if I go to birthday parties or something where people have bidets instead of toilet paper. I'm not ready for that
Really?
yet. So like I said, I'm a pass guy. I'm a pass guy.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, the bidets,
Pine
I'm
cones
not
are
ready for
nothing
that.
for you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Tell you
Maybe
what, I'll take you to medieval times next time
Mm.
I'll see you.
Yeah, you just jump in, grab me, put me in your time ship. We'll
Yeah.
go wherever we go.
No, I mean the restaurant theater adventure. This medieval time.
Okay.
Have you not been?
No, what are you talking
So
about?
good.
Are you
So good.
serious?
Oh, you don't know about medieval times?
No.
Have you seen the cable guy?
Yes.
You know the scene where he's like doing the like fucking fighting him in the
You
the
go
middle
to
of
a
the
restaurant
arena?
that's got like knights and stuff. Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
a real place?
Yeah.
that's a real
I didn't know
place.
that was a
Yeah,
real place. I thought it was
I
fake.
just went last summer. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a chain
Huh.
thing too. They have them in like a lot of major cities. I wouldn't be surprised if
Hmm.
they had one in San Fran.
I'm gonna
There's
have to
even
look it
like
up.
pirate versions of it and shit.
Um, they have a Harry Potter themed restaurant here in San
Hmm.
Fran
Okay.
called Witches and Wands.